Good morning. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, yep, I'm Fat Sajak, and this is the kind of quality you can expect on this channel. Not even my eyes are focused on the point. Today, I just had something small that I wanted to ramble on about for a few minutes, and I thought you might like to join. Wow, I have a lot of laundry to do. So on brand for me. My emotional support laundry is here. It's definitely there. I put it on my bed in the hopes that I'd fold it and put it away. And as you can see, that worked really well. I wanted to talk about something that came across my subscriptions page, as you will, on the old YouTubes. I saw that Adam McIntyre had posted a video that Ethan Klein was talking about him again. And I wanted to see why. So I did a little watcheroo while I was making my coffee this morning, and I have some thoughts that I'd like to share. So if you're into that, that's what's happening. Anyway, before we get started, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We are like less than 700 subscribers away from 30K as of the filming of this particular video, which is super exciting for me. I don't know if it's exciting for you. I don't know why you would care. I mean, other than being a kind person. You look great. Please subscribe. Also, make sure you like the video preemptively, because manifestation is real. Also below are all of the links to all of the things, ways to help families in Palestine. Ow! Fuck! I could have done without that today. Ways to help families in Palestine. Making sure you are registered to vote, because we are less than a month away at this point from the election that will give most of us an ulcer. Oh, I broke my last nail. We're growing so nicely. So go down there, make sure you're registered to vote, and obviously all the ways to support the channel, ways to follow me on social media, all that good stuff, that's all down there too. So I was scrolling on twitter.com the other day, and I saw that Adam McIntyre had posted this tweet. Why was that such a hard sentence? He tweeted this: Shane Dawson on Ozempic. And like, we cover Shane Dawson pretty extensively here, to the point where his stands will come into my comment section and call me ugly for criticizing the fact that he has way too much money. I mean, there's no better way to say, hey, the creator I love doesn't deserve any sort of criticism. Your eyes don't focus on the same thing at the same time. That's sound logic by my estimation. So I saw that and I didn't think anything of it. My point being that we watch a lot of Shane and Ryland's content, and we know that Shane has been obsessively walking, although it's been featured less and less in the video, so I don't know if he's just shooting for lower steps, or if he's just not continuing to film it because it's obviously an obsessive feat, or if he's just stopped altogether and the fixation is gone. Either way, there seems to have been some sort of significant weight loss. And while I'm not like on board with like, hey, let's speculate how this person lost weight, I've seen a lot of people say, oh, Ozempic, and I'm like, well, if he is, he's not divulging that information. And I didn't take that from Adam as like, I don't know, like an accusation or a criticism. Snarky maybe, but like not, I don't think it was like speculative or a problem in general. But that's just me personally. You might feel differently, and you know what? That's the kind of shit that makes the world go round, so hang on to that, okay? The video that Adam posted was about how Ethan Klein picked this up, shared it to Instagram instead of replying to it on Twitter like an adult. Sorry. I don't hate Ethan Klein. There's something in his vibe that bothers me, and I'm sorry. I know he's very well liked and also very well hated. I don't care. I just want to be clear about that before we continue here. I don't care at all about Ethan Klein either way. Like, I don't wish him bad things, and I also am not going to actively seek him out. It just so happens that over the course of like my 5 years on YouTube, like what, 4 times he's come across my field of vision organically. And this is just one of them. So he reposted this on Instagram and says, I feel like Ozempic shaming anyone who has lost weight is the most obnoxious mean girl shit. Just be happy for people that lost weight and shut the fuck up, please. Okay. First of all, I think one of the most mean girl shit things is talking about someone where you think they're not going to see it. Because like this could have just been a direct conversation. I don't know a ton about Ethan Klein, but the one thing that he doesn't seem to do well is act like an adult. But I don't think that this post was Ozempic shaming, first of all. Second of all, I just feel like the comfortability calling gay men mean girls is kind of like, it gives me a weird vibe, and maybe I'm just reading too much into that. But I feel like Adam said he felt that too, and I don't know, man, I don't know. But I think there's a point here that's also being missed, because Ozempic shaming anyone for losing weight, large amounts, small amounts, whatever, in a manner that helps people be the healthiest versions of themselves. Absolutely. I would never shame anybody for that, ever. Ever. But I think what we should be doing is normalizing shaming celebrities and making it harder for people, regular people, who are type 2 diabetics to actually get the drug for life-saving purposes.
What is Ozempic?
If you've been living under a rock, Ozempic is a semaglutide, which basically is an anti-diabetic medication used to treat type 2 diabetes, and it's an anti-obesity medication, essentially. So it's used for long-term weight management. A lot of people say it has not only a physical effect, but a mental and emotional effect. For people like myself who are like binge eaters, right? It takes that focus in your brain off of food so you don't feel that need to binge eat, right? So it's brilliant. What an amazing medication. And there have been offshoots. There's been, Wegovy and Mounjaro. There's several now at this point, right? Obviously, as with any medication, at least if you're from the States and you listen to all of these medication commercials daily, right? Like if you still watch television or you get ads for medications, there's always like a laundry list of side effects, right? For Ozempic specifically, constipation, diarrhea, nausea, abdominal pain, fatigue, hypoglycemia, dizziness, bloating, gallbladder disease, pancreatitis, thyroid cancer, blurred vision, headache, kidney disease, decreased urination, diabetic retinopathy. I don't know what dysphagia is, but it doesn't sound good. Heartburn, anorexia, hunger, tachycardia. So there are a lot of risks with any drug, obviously, but also with Ozempic. Jamie French made a really, really great video about when she had taken Ozempic and she hated it. Anyhow, so obviously, like, everybody has viewed Ozempic as like the miracle drug, right? It's a miracle for weight loss, considering, a great portion of this country is obese, and it's the quick fix in a way that people have wanted forever. People, especially people who struggle not only to lose the weight, but then to maintain the weight loss, right? But we're at a point now where like rich people are hogging Ozempic, making the drug harder to access for people with diabetes. This is what I kind of draw the line. It doesn't seem, from what I've read, and I've only read into it a little bit, cue the Shane Dawson stands who are like, oh, you should probably read into it more and you should probably ask your doctor to read it. Fuck you, man, I don't even have a doctor. Apparently, according to Chelsea Handler, her doctor has basically been like handing it out left and right like fucking Halloween candy to anybody. And the thing is, it's costly. It costs a lot of money for people who actually need it. I believe it's like hundreds of dollars, even for people who have insurance. So it's an expensive, costly medication. So where there's shortages of Ozempic, or like we can't fill that today, their prescription is being replaced with insulin. Now that comes with its own costs, and it has a different effect on the body. So basically, like, celebrities, rich people, let's even not even just say celebrities, but rich people taking Ozempic is taking away from people who are regular people struggling to actually pay for it, or people who can't pay for it and would benefit from the costs being lower. It's wild. You know, when they have to prescribe a diabetic who is taking Ozempic or Mounjaro or Wegovy for diabetes management, they then have to go through a whole new process with their insurance to be able to get approved for and prescribed insulin. The cost goes up for insurance. The cost may be different for the person who now has to take insulin when they should have been able to take the medication they were already on. And then that drives up the cost of Ozempic as well. So I think we could stand for like a little bit more Ozempic shaming, but not for people that are using it to lose weight, not for people who are using it for diabetic management, for the famous people who don't actually fucking need it. There are some celebrities who have taken it and needed it, and that's totally fine, and I think it's totally fine to talk about it. I do think that there are people who are not obese who have been taking this for no reason other than vanity. People like Chelsea Handler, which I don't blame her for, because she actually claims, and I don't know if this was like tongue-in-cheek or like if she actually means this, but she didn't even know she was on Ozempic. She has an anti-aging doctor who just kind of like throws that shit out like candy. And, you know, she's not someone who needed it. And she even said herself, I'm an irresponsible drug user, but I'm not going to take a diabetic drug, she said. I tried it, and I'm not going to do that. That's not for me. That's not right for me. And I would absolutely agree with that. You know, I don't think that there's any shame in any person who actually needs it for one reason or the other, whether it is to manage obesity and induce weight loss and help curb the thoughts about food, or whether it's just straight up to manage diabetes. Now, by the way, Ozempic was created for diabetic management, and it's been on the market since 2017. That is what it was created for. And Ozempic is not allowed to say, hey, this is for your weight loss, because that would be an off-label. Basically, that is a side effect of what that drug would be prescribed for. The fact that so many celebrities are just able to get their hands on this when like a bunch of regular people should actually be able to get their hands on this, particularly ones that are struggling, particularly ones in low income. Like, obviously this opens up a bigger conversation about what a shit show the American insurance system is like, in our healthcare system and all that. That's a whole other fucking ball of wax that I'm not even gonna get into. But like, to say that Adam McIntyre was Ozempic shaming Shane Dawson for saying Shane Dawson on Ozempic is a wild stretch. Like, seriously, the straws are not even in the room with us. Like, what are you reaching for? What are you reaching for? You can be happy for people that have lost weight and shut the fuck up, for sure. Do we really want to let that kind of shit go unchecked? For the people that can really, really afford to get a medication that some people really, really cannot, to take it for vain reasons? I'm not saying that's what Shane Dawson did. I'm not accusing him of being on Ozempic. I'm just saying in general. I don't know. It's a fine line, because I don't know these people's medical histories. I don't know if they actually struggle with type 2 diabetes or with eating disorders or anything like that. So obviously I don't have that knowledge, but like, it does feel like it's pretty flippantly being thrown around in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I just wanted to rant about that for a minute, because I thought, what a stupid post. Oh man, here come the H3 fans with their torches and pitchforks. I need to exhale. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Continue the conversation below. What do you think? There's so much nuance to this, right? Like, there's obviously so much nuance. Have you taken Ozempic? Do you take it for weight loss? Do you take it for type 2 diabetes? Are you afraid of it? Are you thinking about it? Do you have the jingle stuck in your head from like 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. All right. You stay tuned for the outtakes if there are any, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to get to 30K. Okay, what?
Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Things. Ooh, I got hair in my fingers. The birds are awake this morning. I left the door open a little bit. I like the morning noises. Get over it.